that ace record for the year. Remember, she's pursuing Pliskova at the moment for that record. Forehand block return's going to miss. We have 2 match points for Elena Rybakina. 2 match points here for Elena Rybakina. She is serving for a spot in the final. 2 match points. Is she going to do it? Moment of truth here, as Jean says. Can Rybakina serve out this big semi-final? She's had some clutch moments in the year so far. Let's see. 2 match points. 40-15, Elena Rybakina. Where are you going to go with this serve? You're going down the tee. It's a good serve. It's going to land out. Yes, it is. Elena Rybakina is into the WTA Finals final. You heard me correctly. Warm handshake at the net. Pegula won the first set, but ultimately went down. Went down fighting. She was down a break in the decider, broke back. She then got broken again. And Rybakina serves it out with a bunch of aces in that match as well. Over 2 hours on the clock. Of course, she's going to be doing a post-match interview. Pegula was seeking a repeat of 2022 when she made the final in Cancun. But this year, she doesn't make the WTA Finals. She bows out in the semi-finals. She won the first set. Just quickly, a reminder of how that match went. 2 hours and 5 minutes, by the way, in total. She won the first set by 6-4. She got the super early break. At 1-1, she broke in the first set. Gets to 2-1. Gets broken back immediately. 2-2. She breaks again for 3-2. Holds on to that 1 break margin. Rybakina's flying around with her unforced errors. Hit 25 unforced errors in that first set. However, Rybakina gets the early break in the second. Gets to 4-1. She consolidates. Gets to 4-1. However, serving for the second set, Pegula breaks. However, Rybakina then breaks again to take the second set. She wins. She's also hitting 23 unforced errors in the second set. So after 2 sets, she hit 48 unforced errors. However, it's ultimately Rybakina who prevails after an incredible third set. Rybakina gets the early break, gets broken back, and then breaks again and serves it out. Here we go.
Jessica, and yeah, she started pretty well. I was a bit slow. Again, it was very quick. She broke me, so yeah, it was not easy to come back, but I'm glad that I managed to find my way in the second set and yeah, win it in this 3-set battle.
Okay, so 15 aces, obviously aces.
15 aces, yeah.
A lot to do with your performance tonight. What do you think was the key and made the difference between the two of you tonight?
Yeah, definitely the serve when I needed it helped me, and yeah, I was trying to stay focused each point, and we had some very tough rallies, and yeah, I'm really happy that in the end I managed to push myself a bit more, and yeah, won it.
Into your 22nd career singles final. Congratulations. The crowd here in Riyadh loves watching you play. Has it made a big difference?
Thank you so much. Yeah, the atmosphere is amazing. Thank you guys for coming and supporting us. It's really important. It gives energy, and yeah, hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
You're going to see them tomorrow for sure. The first ever from Kazakhstan to make it to the finals of the WTA Finals.
So then there were 3. Elena Rybakina is into the final. She will be playing Amanda Anisimova or Aryna Sabalenka in that final. We will have previews being released later on today for all 3 finals tomorrow in Metz on the ATP side, in Athens on the ATP side, and for the Riyadh final as well. All those finals previews will be dropping later on today. In addition, we will have watch-alongs for all 3 of those finals, so make sure you join us for those tomorrow. But it is Rybakina who's going to be in the Riyadh final and not Jessica Pegula. It was a tense affair. I would say the quality in the first set, maybe even the first 2 sets, wasn't quite there from either player. But in the third set, I think it was. And ultimately, it was Rybakina who got over the line. It was a tough mental battle for her. And remember that Rybakina's had a few mental battles this year that have gone against her. Think about the tough loss that she had to Iga Swiatek in the French Open earlier on this year when she was up a set and a break, for example. There's been other matches as well that have not gone her way too. Let's get the stats up on the screen for you and share those with you as well. I'll put them on the screen. 67 unforced errors altogether from Elena Rybakina today, and yet she still prevailed, albeit in 3 sets. Do hit that like button, by the way, and of course, subscribe if you're new. And join us for all the watch-alongs tomorrow. Okay, here are the stats before we bring this to an end. Here we go. So, of course, the most important stat of all is that Elena Rybakina is in the final. 4-6, 6-4, 6-3. She won this tight, tense, nervous, intriguing affair. The first set, 25 unforced errors, I said. Rybakina cannot repeat that in the second set, and yet she did with 23 unforced errors in the second set, and yet she managed to win it. And then ultimately there were breaks and then re-breaks and then another break again. 2 going the way of Rybakina, 1 the way of Pegula. Very similar to the first set when there were 3 consecutive breaks, except in that first set, 2 went the way of Pegula, 1 the way of Rybakina. Anyway, looking at these stats. Not bad, by the way. First serve return points won. It's an interesting stat that Rybakina was winning 44%. I would imagine it was a similar percentage on the second serve as well. 36 winners off of Rybakina's racket, 9 from Pegula. Pegula played a pretty cautious game today. And of course, that was very effective in the first set as Rybakina was spraying errors left, right, and center. She did at least hit less errors in the third set than the previous 2 sets because she hit 19 in that third set compared to 23 and 25. So they were gradually being reduced. The ace count, by the way, today, 15 aces from Elena Rybakina. It's giving her a shot, albeit I think it's a long shot, at the most aces in a season. She's now got the 3rd ever, and it's the first time that someone has breached the 500 mark since Pliskova in 2016. And that year, Pliskova hit, that's that on the screen, it's not quite correct. Pliskova hit 530 aces in that year. How many aces is Rybakina at for the year right now? She might get past the 2015 mark of 517 aces. I doubt she'll get 530 because she's about, I'm going to say, 28 short of that figure altogether. But yeah. Yeah, good point, Maitland. Thank you for that, by the way. Yeah, there was the Mboko. She lost that tight match, didn't she, to Mboko in Canada. She lost a tight match to Layla in Washington. Super, super tight. And then Iga in Roland Garros. And so there was a lot of unclutch moments from her this year. And yet today, arguably when it mattered the most, she was super clutch. Finally, just having a quick look at that. So it's 503. So she's 27 aces away. I think she'd have to have an even more incredible serving performance tomorrow. And it'll probably have to go 3 sets and maybe even to a 3rd set tiebreaker. She'll probably need like 3 tie breaks to potentially get there tomorrow. But arguably tomorrow she's going to be coming up against an even better returner, either Amanda Anisimova or Aryna Sabalenka. Anyway, just finally, quick look at the stats here. So 36 winners today. That's pretty cool for Elena Rybakina. 9 is not cool from Jessica Pegula, not at all. As I say, she played a pretty cautious game and ultimately paid the price. Forced errors, though, is also an interesting thing that shows you again how aggressive one player was or the other. And Elena Rybakina managed to force double the number of errors from the racket of Jessica Pegula than Pegula could on the Rybakina racket. 5 times Elena Rybakina broke her opponent today compared to 4 times that Pegula did so. Equally kind of ruthless, I would suggest. 5 from 11 for Rybakina, 4 from 8 for Jessica Pegula. But it is Elena Rybakina into her first big final since Miami of last year. So, good for her. Commiserations to Jessica Pegula. Make sure you join us for all the live streams tomorrow. All those finals, which will be in Metz, featuring Cam Norrie, in Riyadh, featuring Elena Rybakina, and of course, in Athens featuring Novak Djokovic. I'm not mentioning who they're playing because we don't know yet who those players are playing. What we do know is that Elena Rybakina, though, is in the WTA Finals and has a shot at winning her first ever year-end championships. That'll be on the show tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and you know the drill.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.